Hello and welcome back to the channel Life of Bonsai. So I have this willow leaf ficus and it's just not even pre-bonsai. I'm trying to get it on that stage. Anyways, the goal for today is going to be to repot this tree, work on the roots, and see where we can go from here. I haven't selected my front yet. It could be this side or it could be this side. I'm leaning more towards this side, to be honest. This pot, I got it off a thrift store and I drilled a hole, $3.99. You still have the tag right there. Really cheap, but I think it looks pretty cool. It's just kind of weird looking. Maybe they try to do some flower design, not too sure. But yeah, I'm going to repot this thing and I like it because it's going to have more room. As you can see, it's so much wider, so it's going to allow the tree to spread those roots a little bit better on this pot. So let's get started with the repot and see what we can find underneath that soil. So here we are, and I'm using this pretty cool thing that I got off Amazon. This is a repotting mat, I would call it, and it's pretty useful. It's got this kind of like bowl looking thing, and it doesn't allow the soil to drop on the floor, especially if you're working indoors. Right now it's really cold outside, so I don't want to be working on a tropical outside. Let's take this thing out and see what we have. So the soil is not the best right off the bat, and let's see, still got room for more growth, which is great. We are not root bound. We are not root bound or anything like that. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to remove all the soil. I'm going to bare root this thing. And the reason why is because, like I mentioned at the beginning, I'm going to be working on the roots to further develop a nice nevari. Now this willow leaf ficus, on their own, they tend to develop really nice base by themselves, but sometimes it can be too, ugly. Like in this situation, I have this ugly, huge root right there. So I'll see what I can do and if I'm able to fix it up a little bit. So again, I'm removing as much of the soil, well, all the soil, because this is just some kind of like gardening soil, and I know for what I heard, willow leaf ficus, they like some organic in them, but it should do really good under some bonsai soil. It's gonna have better aeration for the roots, and this is really compacted right here, so I'm glad I'm working on this thing before it becomes root bound. Now this is going to be somewhat of an upright style, and that is going to be the goal. As we go, it'll start showing signs of development. This was a gift. It's a gift that I was given, and a little willow leaf ficus, and I'm sure it came from a cutting. But yeah, as you can see, that root base, this one looks really nice, honestly. So I'm kind of liking this as my front. I don't like this chop right here too much though. So we will see what we have. I'm going to spray the roots a little bit just so I don't allow them to dry out too much. It's a little bit humid here inside, so let's see. Trying to remove all the soil. Got an ant crawling on me. Okay, so almost there. Now I know this is not the most exciting video to watch, but maybe we can learn together, and I'm trying to show the progress of my trees, how I'm working on them, and maybe in a few more videos, a few more weeks or months, you'll see how this tree is going to start developing. So I'm going to, just keep showing you guys the development process of my trees and see where we go. Again, this channel is for mostly, well, everyone. Hopefully it helps everyone, but mostly for beginners like myself. So I've started doing bonsai, I would say maybe 3 years ago, and I'm learning as I go, learning techniques. Tropicals have been my weakness, which means that I haven't been as good with tropicals trees like this. So that is what I'm trying to learn more. I've been a lot into tropicals this past year, so I upped my collection with tropicals. I think I have more tropicals than anything now. And yeah, I think in my opinion they're easier to take care of, especially when winter comes around. I just bring them inside, and one of my videos I show you guys my setup for indoor bonsai. So to me, tropicals are a little easier. Just bring them inside, make sure there's plenty of lighting, and that should be it. As long as they are pretty well lit and have enough humidity or temperature, then they'll do really good. So let's see. We almost got that out. And we have a lot of roots like this one is just coming down, and I'm going to start working on those roots. I'm going to apply more water, so I don't want these roots to completely dry out. Okay. So what I'm going to do, should have moved my scissors. Anyway, so I'm going to work on the roots. As you can see, this root is just down. You can see this pretty ugly one. It's just coming downwards and curving down. So I don't really like that too much. So I might need to get rid of this big root, if I'm being honest with you. So let's see. This one I'm going to get rid of. It's just coming all the way back here, and it's just a whole mess of roots. This one, it's a little too high, so I don't really need that. It's way too high. This is a nice root. So again, I'm trying to I think what I need to do, I need to remove all this soil, and I'm going to wash off the roots completely to get a better view of the roots. So I'm going to rinse them off completely, and I'll be back. So I have the roots completely washed off, and the next thing to do, as you can see, this just curls down. That is not nice at all. The thing is that there is most of the roots, well, not most of the roots, but a lot of them are coming down from here. Let me see. Yeah. Well, yeah, I should be able to get away with taking this off, because this is just going to make a mess, and if I leave it on, it's just going to cause a lot of issues down the line. So I'm going to remove this part of the root. Here we are. It's going to be somewhere like that. And let's see. Yeah, so this was just coming downwards, and as it thickens up, it's gonna make everything worse. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Okay. And now base looks a little bit better. I might need to remove a little bit more of that one. Just reduce it. Now this one, I might need to get rid of this one, but I'll see how we handle that one because I don't want to remove too much of the roots. I might be able to have this take over or this one as it thickens up. And let me see. Yeah, this is just not too pretty of fruit base. Now over here, I think we should be good with this trimming for now. And it's not the best, it's not the prettiest, but we still don't have enough roots to work. So once I repot this tree, better soil, hopefully I'm able to get more roots, and this should be my side. I like this side better. I'm not too sure. I also like this one. I like this one a lot more because of this base right here. This is too down. Yeah, these roots are just too low, just poking down too much, and I'm not really liking them. I think I'm going to also remove this one, which is just coming straight down, and it's not nice. So that one, most of these roots are just coming straight down, and I don't really have anything to work with, so I'm not going to remove too much of these roots. I might in the future need to get rid of this right here and maybe even this one because it's just pointing down. I want my Navari to be flat like that, and kind of like coming down this way instead of coming down like that. So that's not what I want. This is kind of that. It was too low with the roots that I was able to remove. Was able to get it out a little bit more, and that's a lot of work. It needs a lot of work. So for now, this is what all that I'm doing. I don't want to do too much root work on this tree at the moment. Next time I repot, hopefully I have more roots around this area right here, and I'll be able to get further development on this root system. So let's go ahead and start it with the repotting. Okay, so I have my pot, and I think, let me see, not sure if this would be a good front. I'm kind of liking this. I'm kind of liking this right here. Showing this at the front, it's got those movements, and the tree would be going right about there. It's pretty good space for this to still grow more and develop, which is pretty nice. So let's get filled up with soil in there. Okay, have my bonsai soil. Add some at the bottom. And I'm not gonna wire this tree. I started not to use too much wire on my trees when repotting them. Just kind of let the soil do the work for me. I had experiences with bad scoring on the Navari sometimes, so should be good. Unless it's just like a tree that needs a lot of support or is really top heavy, then definitely I do wire my trees or my more developed trees. But for little things like this one, I don't think there's a need to. I'm just filling it up with soil at the bottom. So I'm going to use my chopstick to get rid of those air pockets. I think this could be a really good tree as it develops, especially once grow season starts. It's going to be looking fairly good, especially with this soil. So much better. The other soil was not the best, so this should be a lot better for the tree. Filling all the gaps. So what this soil has, it has akadama, it's got pumice, lava, and this pieces right here is pine bark. So this helps with moisture and water retention. So that is going to help this tree develop that root system. And again, the reason why I'm using this pot, it's a cute pot, but it's not the best pot, and it's not a bonsai pot. But the reason why is because this tree is in development, so no need to use a fancy pot at the moment for this tree. I'm just trying to develop a better Navari and for the tree to thicken up a little bit more. So the next thing is just to water the tree and go from there. But let me show you a closer look at the tree and how everything is looking. And here it is. So this is the tree so far, and I know it kind of looks tiny in this pot, but that is the purpose. It is to allow for the tree to thicken up, and I'm not doing any pruning at the top or anything like that because this is also going to help with thickening up the trunk. Now as it thickens up, I might chop down till like right here and keep this as my primary branch, but we will see how we go on this one. I'm just gonna let it rest, recover a little bit, and I think it's a pretty good one. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great New Year's, and you guys stay safe. Have a great day.